Welcome back to A Moment in History. I'm Seth Udinsky. Well, every first Tuesday in November, the United States holds its governmental elections. Now, depending on the year, there may be lower elections such as local or governmental or township. Others consist of elections for the Senate. And then every 4 years, the most important election in all the land occurs, where the office of the President of the United States is filled. So how did Election Day come about in the United States, and why the first Tuesday of November? Let's jump back in time to discover the answers. Now, the spirit behind Election Day is as old as the very ideals of America itself. We live not in an absolute monarchy where a king is chosen based on divine right or familial lineage, but in a constitutional republic where the people reserve the right to elect their own leaders. The year that elections begin to take shape as we know it is actually 1845, when Congress reserved the first Monday in November as the day for federal elections. Now, the reason November was chosen is because it was immediately after the harvesting season, which meant that farmers could leave their crops to make the journey to their local voting booths, which for some would actually take several hours at least, even up to a day. Now, why was Tuesday chosen instead of Monday? Well, for many Americans, it was simply a matter of convenience. Weekends were usually inconvenient because many Americans still attended church on Sunday. Who'd have thunk of such an idea like that? And by the middle of the week, usually that was also inconvenient because Wednesdays were typically actually the days that farmers would publicly sell their crops to make a profit. Therefore, the first Tuesday in November was chosen as the official election day of the United States. Now, Election Day has been the topic of much controversy in recent years, especially with the infamous influx of mail-in ballots in the 2020 election between Donald Trump and Joe Biden, an election that took place while the country was still heavily mired in the COVID-19 pandemic lockdowns. Still, the day is a reminder of the uniqueness of the American experience, where ordinary citizens hold power, tiny power, but power nonetheless, over the future of their country. Thanks so much for joining me once again for A Moment in History.